Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and yes, I was not moving because I have done error. In any case, it's a 4v4 on L'Eglise with Tank Killer, myself, GTA, and my brother versus 6th, Zinthro, Zolif, and ER Gaming, 2 Vermont, 2 OKW versus 2 Soviet, 1 American, and 1 British. Has been a while since I've been on L'Eglise, and boy oh boy do I not miss this map whatsoever. You have a nice urban center over here, like a hilly area, kind of center over here, and hilly area over here. Kind of this wide open territory on both sides, especially on here and over here. And yeah, let's also quickly look at rank. Now, I want to show this game because, goddamn, this was okay. So yeah, we have the advantage. But man, this was one of the most intense games I've played in quite some time. I guess to give a little anticipation to this, and honestly, the team did a really good job. First off, we have this guy. Wow, really? He went Jaeger infantry doctrine? Huh. I never knew this. Although to be fair, wow. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so GT has a Pioneer squad in there, but unfortunately it looks like he needs to get a guy up quick. Soviet player, he's rushing some conscripts. That could be good, because again, that gives you a solid front line, but negative is you can't really fight MGs without, support or overwhelming numbers, and he only has 3 units, so not really all that great. Dude, just retreat. He's getting, oh, by the way, again, very smart move. He's here because if he gets out of the, through the door, they can honestly just open fire. Now, of course, he's running up, trying to get inside, and boom. Fortunately, you cannot. GTA, why do you blame my brother for that? All I heard over here was, God damn it. I'm like, what's going on? Anyway, Tank Killer's over here, I guess, trying to lay down moves Rifleman up, and I think he should move up and capture this point. I'm over here just trying to fight. Unfortunately, got MG in this building, so my Pioneer squad, not Pioneer, Conscript squad's like, oh, yeah, no way. No way. So anyway, the Axis do something really smart. They triple team, and this is something we should have kind of did. But yeah, so they got an MG in this building, kind of push my brother, kind of flanking in from the side as well, kind of owning my brother's forces over here. My brother loses this unit. Okay, should have retreated in the first place, but yeah, they're being overwhelmed, pretty much just completely destroyed, and this is where they just have to retreat. They're being completely flanked and annihilated. While again, I love how the MG just presses, kills both these units, and yeah, at this point, I'm gonna retreat this unit, and as you can see, our entire initial front, except for over here, has gone pretty poorly. And hey, idea, Tank Killer, just saying, barbed wire in enemy territory, not your own territory, enemy territory. You know what's, kind of over here, and could use a little bit of support. Everyone over here. So over here, nothing. So why are you blocking this off? You should probably block that area off, and maybe like here, just to annoy them. But I have moved on my Pioneer squad, try to capture them points. They're moving up along Grenadiers. Unfortunately, I'm going to retreat immediately. Luckily, I have an MG in this building kind of stopping them, but they're kind of doing a very smart move, blocking this area off so we can't capture it unless we come all the way over here. Not good. And as you can see, they controlled a majority of the map. At this point, GT and pretty much everyone's like, should we quit? Because, yeah, this is the hardest I've been pushed back in quite some time. And to be fair, if the enemy controls a majority of the map, it's not good. Also, I love this guy. He puts a bunker right here, so GT's forces get completely just MG'd. I love that. Sorry, GT, I know you hate that, but goddamn, you have to give this guy some credit. That being said, GT is focusing fire, trying to kill this. Unfortunately, MG's right here, so we can't flank. Now we're moving up north. My brother's kind of helping with his Vickers and a lot of his Royal Engineers and stuff. Luckily, the Royal Engineer helped him close range, so that's a positive thing. Yeah, unfortunately, Sturm Pioneers are also really good close range and typically can beat Royal Engineers, unless there's support, which looks like there was a little bit of some. Vickers kind of suppressing that unit. I'm pushing up through this way. Unfortunately, he hid a Pioneer squad with a flamethrower right here, so when I got in this building, he just, burned it which kind of did not help. GTA is capturing this territory, but like I said, there is a bunker over here, which he will need to get some type of support weapon or some type of upgrade to get it, whether it's a scout car with a penal or something along those lines. The enemy, let's see, we have ER going special operations, pretty good for flares and the Command Panther boosting. 6th, I don't think this doctrine's very munitions heavy, good surprise effectiveness, but I don't know. I'm neutral on that doctrine. But GTA went the guard rifle combined arms tactics. I don't really ever go this doctrine. I don't know why you would, but you get the guards, you get PPSHs, you get Sturmtiger strike, which is good against hitting infantry, not so much against medium to heavy armor, and some artillery, which is, I guess, okay. Now, unfortunately, with the flamethrower there, we try to move back, so we can't use its flamethrower attack on us. Again, try to keep it out of range and try to take mid. GTA is trying to, again, try to push this left area and fight this red guy who is just MG spamming, which is the best thing ever, while Tank Killer is currently defending and trying to hole up this area. I do like the idea what Tank Killer is doing now, put some heavy cover, so kind of, I'll show a little bit later, but kind of helps out. But the problem he did here is he put this and then this. I would have put the heavy cover here and then the barbed wire through it, honestly. That's just me. Storm Pioneers moving up, but luckily there's a guy flopping over here. No, that's not it. Conscripts over here, moving up a lot of MGs, because I knew it's like, okay, they're infantry spamming, time to fight fire with fire, and that fire is a hail of bullets. Also, a lot of mortars to kind of help counteract their building placements. They do have this half-track here, which kind of sucks, because again, that half-track will essentially kill all infantry, using a flamethrower unit to kind of burn that Pioneer squad out. And now, in case you're wondering, my brother says, Greyshot, I need you to hold this position. And I'm like, why? And then he says, I'm building a Boffer. And I'm like, why? Whatever. In any case, the guy threw an incendiary grenade also kind of make me having to force retreat. Luckily, my Pioneer squad makes it out because of the cover. I have an MG here doing a little bit of damage, but not all that much. He's building his Boffer. GTA is moving up forces, and this is where GTA is freaking brilliant, because he throws his guard rifle in here, and this allows, again, five windows all fire at this thing. Nice AT grenade from the conscripts. This thing is now being hit from AT fire from this, and again, they're perfectly fine being in the building, which allows them to annihilate that unit. Boom, bada bing, there goes 55 fuel down the drain for the OKW. Anyway, they have more units in here, but luckily, again, more units coming in. And guess what GTA also has? Bump-a-da-ba. Well, I was going to say Molotov cocktails, but I guess he doesn't, whatever. But he does have these units, which can also throw grenades. Also, he has them upgraded because we see he has a button vehicle, which means that he has the bump-a-da-ba, the AT rifles for that unit, which is pretty good. Now you could be saying, oh, Greyshot, man, you guys turned the tide. Well, yes and no. Yes, we did gain some more territory, and we're doing pretty well. But we still have to worry because, again, they could easily counterattack. And lo and behold, we can see they're doing just that. Zentho went my favorite doctrine ever, the Elite Armor Doctrine. And you may be asking yourself, will we see a Sturmtiger? And I will spoil it. Yes! And it is so great. Unfortunately, he gets out. I love how he gets out this way. It's like, fine, great, it's working for you. Throws a grenade. Why did you throw a grenade there, Tank Killer? I have no idea. Scout car moving up, and I'm like, alright, Scout car's moving up. Let me try to deal with that. Somehow. Mortar placement going up for my brother, and the Bofors is up, which will provide some ample defense. Because, yeah, this guy's being really annoying. He's saying Grenadier squads to fight GTA, and every time he retreats, unfortunately, some of his units are being picked off, such as this guy. You know, being shot at, taken out, and just overall killed. He has G43 rifles because of his ability, which makes him pretty effective at killing, like, very low health infantry as well. Now, unfortunately, this guy is an idiot. And why do I say that? He charges a Boffer head-on, so we know he loses one unit. Let's go for a second one. Yep, we're going to go for the second. No. Fooled you there. You thought I was going for a second. Storm Pioneer, unfortunately, killing this unit. I'm going to try to retreat. Boffer, though, hitting it out. Do have an AT gun over here, trying to make sure they can't really push up. Scout car is was pushed back, and have some units on the front line, along with an MG, kind of just suppressing their forces. Sorry for my chair squeaking. Looking into getting a new chair once I get a full-time job that is less squeaky and more comfortable. Now, the big question is, what do we do? What is our counteroffensive? Well, my offensive is support and trying to hold this area. Luckily, again, with all the mortars and stuff, that kind of took that out. Now, the scout car is here, so I have to move my AT gun over and try to push it back. I do have a lot of forces moving up, So that is a big conundrum. 10 kilos over here providing ample defense. I do have MGs over here, and now have a unit going up, throwing an AT grenade. Boom, bada bing, pushing it back. Man, the heat-seeking grenade. I say that every replay, but I will continue to say it. Man, those things are awesome. Back at base healing. My goal is, again, to try to get an upgrade. Try to get that, there we go, the Tankoya battalion up. That way we can get an SU-76 or something of equal value to pretty much push the enemy back. Luckily, again, I have some arty, which I'll be using to push him out of this building. Conscripts in heavy cover, and boom, he runs out through the doorway. I hit an artillery shell, almost killing that unit, which would have been amazing. Let's see, MG bunker still here, but now he has a friend. Oh, look at that. And yeah, GTA cannot come out of this hole anymore. He has to go on this main road, which kind of sucks. But hey, he's an MG. aka Vickers, provided by brother, so they can't do another flank. Again, we can see the camouflage units right here. Good for flanking, good for coming around. Brother got Royal Engineers, and why he got that? Well, to heal his units automatically. That's why. He also has an AVRE, which he, again, loves to use, even though I think a Sturmtiger is better, but I love how it's counterintuitive. Like, they're countering each other, sorry. Nice flank coming in over here, but again, we have the Bofors on standby just in case. Verkan River, though, here to, I guess, help take it out. Destroying that heavy cover. Very nice job, Bofors. And again, the Bofors just tears apart infantry. Best thing to do is use some type of long-range artillery fire or AT fire. But again, the Bofors does have that suppressive barrage ability, which destroys infantry and kind of tears them apart. So, yeah, that thing is going to be having a bad day indeed, or at least these units will. 10 killer went the Tactical Support Company, aka you get the M4 Sherman, which is pretty good for tearing apart, you know, pretty much enemy infantry. I think that Bofer killed an allied unit. No, it didn't, but I swear to God I thought it did. Anyway, a lot of units coming in through this way, but luckily I am prepared. I have this MG right here, although I want to try to retreat that sooner or later. Artillery fire hitting this position, mortar fire in multiple locations, trying to push them back. Right now I have a lot of units, but man oh man is the enemy giving it everything they have to try to break us. Tank killer doing something smart. He's moving up, trying to capture this point. Capture this point. He's not capturing the point. I don't know why. Picking off the Pioneer squad. Trying to do a lot of damage. Dude, capture the point. My God. Anyway. Fortunately, they are pushing through here. And I'm just like, dude, I could use a little bit of assistance. A little bit of assistance. Unfortunately, when my MG is just going to be completely surrounded by guys with STG-44s and pretty much everything, annihilating that unit. And that's going to allow them an opening to really push through this way around my MG nests and stuff like that. Now, unfortunately, they also have STG-44s, which are great at killing infantry and just moving around. And you can see he's using that as advantage. He gets those STG-44s from his upgrade, which does not help us at all. Now, I'm moving up, trying to help out, you know, throwing AT grenades, stuff like that, trying to make sure this thing cannot move up. You know, help out my allies over here. SU-76 coming up, trying to get some nice hits. And I'm like, oh, shoot, let's pull back a little bit. Unfortunately, fire. Managed to escape, but as we can see, I lost everything in that short little time period. So I'm like, guys, GT would say, guys, we should quit. But I'm just like, guys, really? Really? And Tank Killer's over here, and yeah, he had to fall back a little bit. Unfortunately, he did finally capture that point. Probably could have captured it a lot sooner, but whatever. He has an MG over here, which should help in defense, but we shall see about that. Sorry, I'm like trying to find a charger right now. My headset's about to die. Fun fact, wireless headsets, my God. If anyone knows a good wireless headset, please leave in the comments below. And like I said, I'll be looking at everyone's comment. And after this video, I will be doing that Q&A thing I said I would be doing in the last video. So, yeah, make sure you guys leave a comment, and I will make sure that I do a Q&A section. Make sure you try to do it within 24 hours. Otherwise, after that, I'll probably not be reading it. Just saying. Bofors doing a pretty good job holding that back. And like I said, murdering units. My brother could harden right now, but no, he's going to let the unit burn. Funny, and because he's using stand fast to actively heal it as it burns to death. So no, that isn't OP whatsoever. It is, I think, slightly doing more damage than it's healing, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I go Mechanized Support Regiment. The reason I go this is A, for the guards for better infantry, and B, for the IS-152 to combat their armor. Now let's see, we do have unfortunately this scout car, so I move up, well, kind of going to as soon as it gets healed. The SU-76 left side. GTA is finally like, FU, what's this guy's name? Yeah, 6th. And he's using his guards rifle to pretty much do a lot of damage against that thing, and also take out a lot of these lighter infantry units. Again, these things do quite a number on enemy infantry. Again, long range, not so much short range, but whatever. They do still pretty good amount of damage. Now, the thing I also want to say is these guys are actually doing a really good job of cooperating with each other. They're doing like very strategic attacks. They're making sure they help each other out, push when they need to on like one point. So again, they're being very good cooperatively. Same thing like we are. We're helping each other out. We're healing each other's units. We're making sure everything's okay and dandy. Like again, my brother's little medic thing right here, great for healing all units in the vicinity, which definitely helps for keeping Soviet players on the front lines. We need to have to retreat all the way back to your HQ. Sorry, GTA. Panzer IV moving up, and again we have a large flank coming in the left side. Luckily my brother has an AT gun ready and waiting for the Panzer IV coming out. The AT gun's pretty good at strategy, again for holding back medium armor. Not so great against heavy stuff, especially the British one unless you get upgraded, but also do quite a bit against the medium armor. Now you'd be saying, oh my god, Greyshot, this thing's about to die. Well, lo and behold, guards rifle in, save the day, button vehicle, and this AT gun takes it out while my guy gets the final shot in, I think. Yes, it does. Haha. Anyway, this thing is still buttoned and still pretty much being healed. I'm sorry, not buttoned, sorry. Braced. My god. Words. Anyway, it then uses just firepower to pretty much annihilate that. And my brother's using that heal ability, aka the stand fast, plus the engineers to heal it so it doesn't burn to death, while the Bofor currently fires upon the grenadiers, and yeah, pretty much annihilates them. Su-76 moving up, and I'm moving up for one simple reason. See this unit? Kind of annoying me. You know what this thing has? Artillery. Kind of hating it. You could be saying, oh Greyshot, what about this unit? There's a Sherman right here, easily able to take it out. Now again, we can see here that man oh man, this guy likes his SGG-44s, and to be fair, these guys are really good at fighting American infantry that are not upgraded. Pretty much any infantry in general. They just tear apart enemy forces really well with the SGG-44s, which look absurdly big. I'm looking at this right now on these guys, but whatever. They're really good and they're really powerful, and again, a lot of heavy cover, so they can take a lot of hits because of that. And with the scout car, stuff like that, again, we have a huge front going on. Love how the fact he has minesweepers on, making sure he doesn't get taken out. And with that, again, they're easily able to push up and take over a lot of this territory, which is very bad, because if they get that fuel, oof, that's not good. Luckily, the unfortunate, I don't know, what unfortunately that he did right now is just make it very hard for him to move up. Luckily, we have a Sherman on standby and a bunch of other forces kind of moving up and helping, so Tank Killer should be able to push them back rather easily, because again, these guys have LMGs and they are able to really go toe-to-toe with these guys, though he's going around this flank. This will not be the only time they come through this way. Wink wink nudge nudge. Now luckily, Tank Killer has a special ability called strafing runs, and this will pretty much strafe and suppress enemy infantry within the vicinity, and yeah, it's pretty good, honestly, until he gets shot down. Then it's not so good. Almost hitting the Stuka, which would have been great. Now let's see, again, we can see myself on getting more guards and have the Su-76, and not doing so well over here, but hey, I'm trying. Tank Killer, at least a nice range of infantry. My brother, again, a lot of mortars. Wait, my brother grabbed all my mortars? That's amazing. Again, trying to mortar just them out from mid. Luckily, I do have a... No, I don't. Wow, okay. I guess not. I was going to say forces to help, but I guess I don't. Now, here's the thing. You have a lot of units all clumped together in one spot versus a Sherman. Hey, genius. If this Sherman hits you, which you're very lucky it missed, it's going to literally one-shot a lot of your forces, which I'm surprised it doesn't do. There we go. I mean, Obusadon have a lot of health compared to Fallschirmjägers. Again, why I think they're way better. But yeah, they can. This Sherman is still still has explosive rounds. It will still annihilate. And I do mean annihilate this force. Now, if he can get that MG and kill that, oh man, only if he could kill Obusadon, that would have been great. No, I guess he did not. Oh well. Now, as you can see, we're kind of being pushed back on two angles, although TK is getting back the right area. GTA unfortunately has been having some hard times pushing back this left guy, and I mean, he has a sniper and a bunch of other forces. Wow, he has sniper spamming, my god. I mean, sniper spamming is pretty good. If you could pretty much use your sniper to pick off all these units. Also, I like how my brother's like F you and just moves up. Now, this thing was damaged from my Su-76 a little bit, but yeah. My brother's just trying to finish it off with all the Piats, which again, he upgraded all of his guys for, so he can just fire away and just annihilate that and also do a lot of damage to the command tank. So, pretty good for him, pretty good. Snipers moving up, and unfortunately, again, these are really good at picking off infantry until, you know, they verse guards, and guards can literally just snipe these guys, which I find hilarious that they even try to bring up snipers to fight this. Now, unfortunately, with this Panzer Headquarters, he can't move up because of the suppression, and now, again, we have to deal with the Stuka, which is probably going to hamper a lot of our infantry and, you know, gun, mortars and other things in that area. Luckily, TK's taken back this area. TK, capture this. Thank you. But yeah, he's pushing up, trying to take out the enemy infantry and do quite a good job. And again, he's opening up a different front, which now that they're focusing on mid, it leaves a whole area for TK to just move up and do a lot of damage with. A guard's trying to do a lot of damage to this thing, but unfortunately, even with the guards' rifles, it's, yeah. That, man, one shot on this thing, really? Just takes a lot of hits. Now, unfortunately, we do have a big issue, aka King. Now, my brother does have an AVRE, which I do find hilarious he has. Very nice shot, by the way, Tyler. Very nice shot. Hurting the King and killing 2 snipers. I would say that's a hole-in-one, honestly, for shots. I mean, that's pretty much the best you can get. But like I said, even though with all the kills, this thing gets ranked up immediately. Sturmtiger, oh, we're going to wait. It's like, really? Come on, Relic, fix that ranking system. Brother's taking mid, very nice. And GTA is going a lot of AT fire and also Katyushas to try to help with the blobs. So nice mix for myself. As you can see here, there we go. I'm just trying to save up, and I'm very close to getting an IC-152, which I'm like, okay, this is perfect. Now, I want to show you something, because this is going to be ultimate, just like, kind of like cringe moment right now. Panzerfaust stability going out, I think. Yep, there it goes. Maybe asking yourself, why did he cripple these 2 units? Well, he has a Sturmtiger, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah. Again, you would think, oh, we just killed 2 units, he should be immediately upgraded. No, he's only barely up to 1. Really? 2 units, like, dead in 1 shot, and it's not, like, the best thing ever. Also, this thing is upgrading, so unfortunately my brother can't use it. But luckily, again, nice shot from something murdering it. I don't know what exactly that was. I'm guessing a mortar. Now, he moves up as King. Bad idea. Because, again, GTA is going to throw a ton of AT grenades and just kind of, you know, murder it. Make sure it can't escape, especially with the Su-85. I love how this guy uses smoke, and it's so delayed. It's like, dude, you know you could have come from the other direction. It probably would have come here faster. Because, again, it comes from the point on the map. And we can see here, to get that, he went the German Mechanized Doctrine, which it's okay. I mean, I like the LMGs for countering, I guess, early. Nice job with the AVRE killing that thing. Panzer IV, do you really think you're going to penetrate that armor? I love also the units coming over here. All the AT forces. Just going to murder this Panzer IV pretty much with AT fire. Boom. Once again, more smoke. He gets that immediately, and he has so much munitions. So much munitions compared to this guy who's munitions heavy and has nothing. Yeah. AVRE on standby, can fire again. Trying to find a target. And man, oh man, do I have a target for you, Tyler. That being said, we have a Sturmtiger moving up. That would be incredible. Battle of the Artillery. Pretty much assault, explosive assault guns, I would say, probably most likely. But yeah, the Churchill can take so much damage, it's not even funny. He can literally walk up. Now, I do like this guy's attempt. Sturmtiger shot. Fortunately, hits the building, so not so good. Now, luckily, TK is holding down this area, so again, he can hold back. They are pushing everything they have, try to capture mid. Points-wise, it's kind of even right now, although, to be fair, the Axis have definitely more. Nice job over here. Nice shot over here, killing the other MG. Now, we do have a lot of units over here, along with Katyusha fire. Should be able to push them back. Grenade pretty much wipes it, almost. And I finished the job. Stuka kind of missing the mark, honestly. Kind of trying to kill this last SCG unit, but I'm like, oh, let me just retreat. Now this building is so close to dying. I'm like, okay, get out. The MG, again, kind of trying to choke point them here, make sure they can't capture this point. Because, again, as long as we hold this point, we have a good chance of winning. And right now, if we look at fuel munitions, oof, I mean, we're right now good on fuel, but they're beating us on munitions. So, yeah, they still have the advantage, I guess. And overall, manpower-wise, it is a very close fight. We actually have more right now, but like I said, it's been very close the entire game, and we still have a lot of game left. Very nice job, again, once again with the AVRE. 21 kills and only 2 stars. I want to see a Vet 3-1 fire, because it's been a while. But like I said, that one gets Vet 3, and the Sturmtiger, once again, with a lot of kills, or damage-wise, I should say, still not all that much. Kind of disappointing, honestly. Anyway, command tank moves up, but tank killer's like, I'm sorry, what's that? And this thing has a short barrel. It's good against infantry, not so much against armor, so that's why the Sherman has the advantage. Now, unfortunately, he's bringing up more Obosadon with STG 44s, so, you know, that is an issue. I think he's saving up for a command tank, if I had to assume what he's doing. Wow, nice job, Sherman, hurting your own units. I think you should probably switch to the explosive rounds, just saying. There we go. STG 44 in a good building, gonna do a lot of damage to my brother. That being said, AVRE fire, boom, almost kills it, and I think, oh, he escapes. Yeah, my brother's using the AVRE really effectively and really well. This thing is just blowing up the enemy pretty well. And now 2 stars, which again should increase turret rotation. This Bofors, by the way, hanging on to dear life. I'm very surprised that thing has been able to live this long. ISU-152 out and about, kind of trying to hold back enemy armor with explosive rounds. Been doing a pretty good job with units killed already. And now we're like, hey, tank killer, I'm going to hold this area because I have enough AT fire and I'm get some MGs. You focus on the left and make sure they, hold that point. So that's why he's going to back up and try to focus over there. Now, they do have a lot of armor, don't get me wrong. They still have quite a bit. And Panzer IVs, although still medium armor, in quantity, pretty good. And if you can use the Sturm right and do, let's say, a shot, let's say, right here, very effective. Now, you may be asking yourself, Greyshot, why are you moving up with all those very, slow tank destroyers? Well, we're going to try to take out this thing. The reason we're doing that is very simple. We want to take this thing out to stop them from getting a Panther. If we can stop them from getting a Panther, well, that's pretty good for us. Now, unfortunately, what we don't see is this thing hiding in the corner, and I love this guy for using this thing. Fires, boom, crew shell shocked. I'm like, oh no. So right now I'm like trying to figure out. Luckily, my brother comes in. It's like, don't worry, here to save the day. Fires a shot. Squad wipes 2 units. You know they're mad. You can feel the anguish coming out of them. Moving up forces. Luckily, I have my guards rifle, which should be better equipped against them, and we do have a Sturmtiger strike as well. But like I said, the planes. I mean, like I said, like in other replays, planes are good, but enough AA fire, they'll be taken out. And yeah, in this game, a lot of planes are crashing just simply because the enemy has a lot of the native. No, they don't have native flak. Okay, I'm assuming it's these headquarters that are shooting them down. Command tank over here, trying to make a push over here with the command tank. Luckily, like I said, have an AT gun stationed right here, and if I turn it, which I think I will, should be able to hold that back. Guards rifle also moving up, trying to hold that area, and GTA using double SU-85s for scopes. That way you can see this entire area and then be like, hey, there's something over here. Tank killer bring up the Calliope, trying to hold him back. This command tank's being just really annoying, so tank killers bring over his Sherman, and like I said, Sherman with armor piercing rounds, better. Because again, this thing has short barrel, not that effective. Now I move up my guards, try to hold him back, try to push him back, and also, use some specials. Luckily, my brother gets a really nice shot with his Firefly, and I mean a really nice shot with his Tulip. Hits it right as he escapes, and that's a huge blow for this guy, because again, he was saving up for that. Again, this guy though, double artillery, and that's the thing they're going to be trying to focus on. Is again, if you can't beat them direct on, head-on assaults, get Arty, because this Arty will again fire long range and be just out of just that range of any of our artillery, Katyushas, etc., Calliopes, and start hammering my brother's locations and fortifications. That being said, we have a Calliope firing. As you can see, he's trying to hit this location. Very smart. Again, you want to try and knock out that location and try to make sure that if the enemy is healing there, which very strange that these guys are just floating in midair with a gun in his face. Alright, we have angels on the field. It's kind of like angels on the outfield, except instead of baseball, it's just a bunch of guns. Man, I wonder how that would have worked. Anyway, so moving back, we have the AVRE. Unfortunately, that's hurting my brother's fortifications. Trying to move up, but unfortunately this thing is here and causing all sorts of havoc, so I can't move up my guards troops. Stuka moving in, and this Stuka is by 2 stars. As you can see, he has nothing. You should probably get more infantry, but man, oh man, that Stuka. Very close to getting 3 stars. And unfortunately, my brother's moving up, taking a lot of casualties. And again, but this thing's moving up, and guess what he's hitting? This stupid MG. Not killing it, but hey, he's ranking himself up quite a bit. Now, TK again is trying to deal with some infantry over here. Kind of annoying, honestly. Kind of annoying, but again, it's a scouting party. Very scouting party. We have a Panther over here that could easily hold back a Sherman and to actually kill it. So, yeah, need to kind of focus. ISU-152 over here, kind of helping out, making sure if they send infantry this way, I can take it out, kind of hold this munitions point under our wing. But, yeah, this guy is sending a lot of forces on the right. Try to, again, focus over there. As you can see, they're sending more and more focus over here because, again, they're very smart. They realize, well, gee, maybe we should stop banging our head against the wall and focus somewhere else, like a smart person should. Now, TK does have a disadvantage. He doesn't have a tank destroyer, which, again, should allow the Panther to easily move up. And since he doesn't have any AT, this Panther is going to have a field day. Now, again, he could, bring up the Panther, I mean, a Sherman, and he could, get a few nice shots. But overall, consistently, Panther will beat Sherman easily. SCG-44 group, because again, this guy loves his SCG-44s, and they do quite a lot of damage. I can't complain. I mean, I can't say they don't. They do, and I should have probably retreated that unit. I probably should have retreated that unit as well, but hey, that allowed them long enough to, do Katyusha fire, and my brother, okay, Tyler, maybe you should have not, sacrificed that. Units are barely alive, though. My MG is going to, just kind of keep wrecking them, and my SU-152 gets the nice final blow, holding it back. Unfortunately, the Sturmtigers here, and as soon as I realized that and try to move, does not go well. Luckily, again, we don't lose the other unit, but could have been worse. And unfortunately, the enemy does call in the Zuka close air support, which is hurting my brother's forces in this area. AVRE being able to fire again. I would focus right here. And the enemy does have some King Tigers, which is a negative. Because, again, King Tigers are relatively bad. Oh, boy. Command tank with armored skirts. Nothing to sneeze at. Allows it to pretty much be pretty good. And now moving ISU-152 to go help them out on the right. Double SU-85 still here, which should be able to hold back the King with enough concentrated fire. And look, oh, they're trying to flank. Well, guess what? SU-85s are tank destroyers, great for long range, and along with the guards are just easily able to snipe those Panzer IVs. I do like how there's a Panzer IV over here, and he's like, hey, maybe I should take that. And also, he probably could, unless this thing goes armor-piercing rounds. Oof. I would have gone in it, honestly, or tell it to attack target and kill it. That would probably be a good idea. Now, GTA, like I said, has Katyushas and SU-85s, a good mix. One's good long range for Katyusha, one's good long range for killing infantry blobs. So again, nice range, and again with the guard troops, very good infantry. Overall, GTA is probably the best force. Now my brother, again, I love this. He uses this UC carrier again, so he can get the free recon because of the designated command vehicle, which again it makes it slower, but kind of boosts units in that area. AKA this makes it a little bit stronger. AKA we'll see that boost. We'll see that boost. I guess it just says improves. I guess it doesn't really go into what. Anyway, Katyusha fire. Again, GTA has been doing like the double Katyusha, kind of hurting the enemy. My brother does have that, of course, the Churchill taking a lot of hits, and the Firefly with the tulip rockets, and actually quite a lot of munitions too. So he's doing a pretty good job, bang up job, if I may say. Now, again, we do have a tank destroyer over here, so pretty nice. Only one though, which could be a negative. ISU-152 over here, along with the Firefly. You may be asking yourself, Greyshot, what are you gonna do? Well, we know they're focusing a lot of armor, so we figured that we prepare for any sort of large assault, aka like this. And this guy, as we can see, again, getting a lot of Panthers. Now, fortunately, the enemy, He's been using a lot of artillery. Luckily, I did a nice little bomb strike over here trying to neutralize that. Again, anytime you do a strategy, make sure you have one of your guys has a bombing strike so you can neutralize this stuff. We do have a Stuka firing, which you can only assume you know where he's going to hit. Very lucky he didn't do a lot of damage here. The bombs could have probably killed a Katusha if they were all like decent hits. Luckily, unfortunately, they were not. Well, luckily for us. Now he is moving up a lot of forces over here. Firefly is one of the again, probably should pull back at this rate. Unlike Tyler, move back. I bring up an IC-152, bounce a shell, which probably not the best thing. Now the King Tiger is going to retreat because I have the range advantage. Plus, and this is very important, I'm going to go headlong, and he's going to, of course, be like, whoa, whoa, hold on. The reason I do this is very simple. Is bring up this thing. And I want to make sure he can't bring up this thing because I don't want this guy, which, like I said, we can see here, maybe he doesn't have that much fuel, but I don't want him to be able to get a Panther because that would be a big, big negative for me. Unfortunately, I do this on target vehicles, which kind of sucks because it doesn't necessarily fight this thing. Luckily, Jackson comes in and able to, do a little bit. Unfortunately, I may have just fucked up, Tank Killer because of all that. But luckily, you may have thought that, but no. Tank Killer lured him to a trap with the Calliope, opening fire and doing lots of damage over here. And then Jackson still hitting the Panther long range. Fortunately, they bring up this unit, and I don't have explosive rounds on. Again, you have to switch with the IC-152 back and forth for it to be really effective. That being said, it will still do a nice shot, and the gun on top will do quite a bit. Now, he's bringing up a command tank, and unfortunately, you may be thinking, oh my god, it's a Panther versus a Churchill. He has the advantage. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Sturmtiger doing a nice shot right there. But you still have to remember something. Again, this thing can take a lot of hits, and along with the these extra support up here, that thing doesn't stand a chance. Is there floating debris? Really? Alright. Stuka firing, now 4 stars, so we get that extra range. Very lucky he didn't get some nice hurts, but again, almost kills our Sherman, which kind of shows how like easy that thing is to kill, honestly. We do have some close air support coming in right now, and unfortunately with the Su-85s he needs to retreat. He does have a T-34, I'm assuming he has that to ram a vehicle in case they do move up. But the problem is with the Stuka close air support, although we do have some AT, aka the Boffer, shoot down some planes, they do actually kind of destroy medium armor, so yeah, if they both were constantly going in this area, they could easily kill this stuff, which would be very, very bad. Now we do have a command tank moving up. Now the great thing for me is I have a mine, stops that in its tracks, and we do have some still nice AT fire pushing back the command tank. Luckily, again, very smart, even though he uses smoke to cover his tank, so again we could snipe it. He's moving up his infantry, so we do get that extra range, and that'll allow the Jackson to get some really nice long range shots. Now unfortunately we do have this thing moving about, and I think the Jackson's way too close to the front line, honestly, although again he could use his awesome armor piercing rounds, which would be great. We have a Panther up here, but like I said, he's just completely over, like, just in the thick of it. Like, I don't know why you'd move up with so many Su-85s right there. Wow, nice job getting shot down right in front of my camera. He's going to heal it, though, and unfortunately, he needs to definitely heal his armor. But we do have an assault over here, double Panther, and yeah, not going to go all that well. I move my Su-152 back, although we have a Firefly right here doing some nice sniping. Calliope firing, doing more damage to it, like allied stuff than even hitting this. I get why you fired at close range, again, trying to do the extra damage, but honestly, I think just some bazookas would be good. But we can definitely see here they are focusing more effort on this right flank, which means we need to kind of focus more stuff. Plus, he does, and again, this is very important, he does have this command tank, which will boost his armor and provide more defense opportunities. So, even though we're winning right now by munitions and fuel, if they do a correct assault, it could be very, very bad for us. Now, luckily for me, I'm right behind his tank traps, and you could be saying, oh my god, Greyshot, this is terrible. Yes and no. These are actually a hidden, like, blessing in disguise, because they can't charge my tank and go around it. They have to go around in some other way. And me kind of being blocked in by this building provides, like, ample defense, which is actually really, really good for this location. Some units going over here, but like I said, kind of owning it. Moving my forces around. Kind of don't want to blob, honestly. Kind of going to spread that out momentarily. Saving it for a bombing strike, because again, I kind of want to be on standby. Although, again, once again, this Sturm. Man, the Sturm is just being a bitch. I'm just saying that. I'm going off a limb here. just being a damn bitch. But it does have 2 kills, but I mean not 2 stars with 18 kills, which again I think is a little bit. Ugh. With the amount of stuff that this thing has done, I think that's kind of BS. But whatever. I'm trying to move up to see what they have and realize, oh, they have a lot of stuff. This is bad. Move up more infantry to try to take that out, but I realize, wait a second. Explosive rounds, kind of easy to, pick them off. Can use that for long-range combat. Now, on the left side over here, we do have another Command Panther, and like I said, I don't understand why they keep saying this armor up. With GTA's guards and the Su-85s, along with my brother's, like, Churchill of Doom, they're not going to push up really with any sort of blobs or anything over here, which is why they've kind of focused on the flanks now. They have this guy over here, which, no offense, even though they have a minefield over here, GTA, you could have probably captured this point rather easily. Your guard troops are kind of holding him back, so yeah, you could easily do this. Now, I do like what this guy's doing. He's kind of like holding back, kind of have them on the side, not really engaging. Have them on standby for like a sneak attack or something. ISU-52 still over here firing long range, trying to hold him back, but as you can see over here, we have 1, 2, 3 Panthers and this command tank, and yeah. Also, why are you saying in this T-34, trying to kill this Panther? Will it kill it? No. Su-85 will. Nice shot, able to knock that out. I use my marked target to be able to hit that point. Unfortunately, they are moving in right now. Luckily, my brother has a Firefly right there to snipe, along with all the Bofors. He is quickly turning, trying to hit the Katyusha, but before... Well, no, he kills one. Oops. Sorry, GTA. At least it was the lower rank one, and your Su-85 manages to kill the other one. And remember, guys, that is a huge loss for the Axis to lose a Panther compared to this, because again, that's what, 100... I'm really surprised those missiles missed, really. But that's 120 fuel compared to, what is it, the other one? Oh, yeah, 200 for the OKW. So that's a huge amount of fuel. Now, unfortunately, a lot of riflemen over here. Not sure why they're over here. And a lot of Panthers in this area. Now they retreat. Again, showing the Sherman just bouncing off this thing, even with armor-piercing rounds. Yeah, Sherman's good against fighting Panzers, not great against fighting everything else. So you may be asking yourself, well, Greyshot, what are you doing? Well, I'm trying to flank this guy because I see their armor's right over here. And then I realize, oh, they're going to try to flank me. Let's pull back a little bit. Luckily, Firefly's over here. But they have a, tank destroyer, which is kind of bad. Not tank destroyer, a King Tiger. So we're like, oh, shoot, guys. They're kind of focusing on us. We need a little bit of help. Sherman doing a few more shots, but... yeah, they're kind of using this like little coverage area in the building for cover. Try to get behind us. Moving a lot of guards in now should provide a little bit more AT fire, which should push them back. Yes, I know that I may not have all of them upgraded, but I did grab Piat and native AT fire will at least, hold them back for a short period of time. And this gives me opportunity to bring out this guy, get it healed, and send over there for defense. Now we can definitely see over here they have 3 guys trying to push up, trying to take over this territory, while they have this huge counterattack over here with a lot of infantry. Like I said, my brother still has this damn thing with it close to quote-unquote 40 kills, so he's just gonna wait and fire and try to hit these guys when he can. Also 3-star units, so very nice job, 3-star, and that gives, let's see, automatic engine repair along with a firestorm ability. Very cool. Also another Churchill, because why not? ISU-52 now 2 stars on standby. Trying to hold this point, but as you can see, they have a lot of Panthers. So what am I going to do? Well, I have my Pioneer Squad moving up because I'm going to be placing mines in this sector. That way, in case they flank me again, at least I have ample opportunity to make sure, I can do as much damage to them. They put a lot of smoke down. This was like, oh no, they're going to be rushing me. So I'm like, okay, pull back and spread out. I also figured that, again, their Suk would be firing. And this is where it's like, well, hold on, wait a second. First off, missed. Secondly, it's 5-star and has been doing the incendiary rockets at us, so not that great for us. Command tank over here. Like I said, they're kind of all 3 focusing on this point. You may be asking yourself why. Ticket counter. Hold this left, hold right, and you can essentially GG this game. I think they still saw my guards, or they were still trying to just organize themselves. Whatever the case may be, we still able to hold. Nice smoke barrage, again, kind of stop us from really seeing them. And like I said before, using smoke to their advantage, you're just going to puncture right through. Bouncing off the front, really? To be fair, it's explosive rounds. Luckily, a lot of guard troops coming over, providing some ample AT fire. Unfortunately, they're just swarming my IS-152, and it's not going well. And hey, tank killer, this is the part where, you know, having a Jackson is great, you know, other than 3 Shermans. Smoke, which again hurts this unit. I don't like people calling smoke. Again, mines, perfect opportunity. Kind of, you know, hurt it, stopped it, of sorts. The smoke is stopping my units from firing, but hey, the Sherman was able to kill it. Gonna use my AT fire from, you know, behind this area to try to hurt them, cause a little bit more damage as they retreat. Unfortunately, without my IS-152, I can't really do much. Oh, wait a second, another one. Because again, I have a ton of fuel. Now, I note I should probably go for Mechanized Armor Compania. The reason I don't is very simple. And again, once again, smoke to try to save those guys. And we have a bunch of units running in right now. Probably not the best idea. I don't know why he hit this unit and don't know why he bounced off rear armor or whatever. Unfortunately, with all that fire, I'm going to lose quite a few units. He's trying to kill this, and I give Tank Killer credit. He's trying. But with all the AT, with all the shots going, it's a suicide mission. That being said, oh look, the 5-star Stuka got hit by what? Oh yeah, my bombing strike. GG. My brothers just and GT are just pretty much easily holding this point back. Sturmtiger was hit by a few things. Firefly, again, my brother tried to send in to kill the stuff. Did not work out all that well. Now my strafing run is coming in. Took out the main gun. Congratulations, but you're not you didn't kill it, and they're still healing it, so whatever. King moved up on my SU-52, still there, still can do some ample damage to it. I love how it's high explosive anti-tank shells, but really they're kind of just meant for infantry, honestly. 64 kills. My brother is destroying with that thing. But I love how this guy's like, okay, my armor's not working, let's just produce Stugs. And he's not even AI. He's like, yeah, Stugs will win me the game. So maybe asking yourself, well, Greyshot, what's their plan? Well, we can see all this. Still see that they're my brother and GT are holding this area with long-range AT fire, along with a lot of heavy armor to take a lot of hits. The big area you can see right now they're focusing on is this right flank. They're massing more forces, they're preparing their units, and they're just they were trying to take this area to get this point so they can again win by victory points, which I would say is a good tactic. The only counterpoint is the fact that again you still need to hold the point, which they keep failing to do. Brother, again, trying to hold this point all possible. Churchill getting some nice pop shots. Moving over their stuff, I'm assuming to heal. No, they don't really have a heal base. Yeah, no heal base. Oh wait, they do. And you put it next to your base. Maybe you bring it out a little bit more so you could heal. Also, love this Stug moving out. Like, really? You have a Stug? Also, Sturmtiger kind of missing it. Very glad it went to hit that cover. Otherwise, I would have lost my 2 units. I didn't even see that explosion, if that makes sense. I was like, oh, maybe I should move over. He already fired. Oh, boy. We have some type of airstrike coming in. It's a lot of artillery barrage. Not sure why they called this in. I guess it was to keep us out so that way they can move up infantry. But they do know the infantry will still be hurt by it, right? Also, close range Katusha kind of just, like, pushes them back. Pretty well, honestly, pretty well. Stuka coming in though and doing a little bit of damage, but the Churchill can pretty much deflect all those shots real easily, no problem. This guy is just prepping for a large assault, and as you can see, he's slowly healing up his armored units. And again, a 3-star Panther. Oof, that's a beast on its own. IS-152 over here. I've been placing mines, by the way, over in this sector. That way it kind of holds them back. Luckily, it gets some nice shots off, push back the Panther a little bit. Jackson on standby as well. Strafing run coming in. I feel like that kind of was a waste. No real point of doing that because, again, they all kind of retreated. This guy kind of healing himself in mid. I guess they were worried that my brother and GTA would push, but unfortunately, the armor that GTA and my brother have is long-range AT fire, and unfortunately, that isn't great for pushing because it's very susceptible to ambushes. And this stuff, while it's great at taking hits, it's not great for assaulting and pushing forward. So that's why my brother isn't really going forward. Also, love the free recon from the command vehicle. Love it. It just circles around and gives just some decent recon in the area. Unfortunately, my bro's at PopCap, but hey, he has a lot of resources, along with GTA, along with Tank Killer, and myself, well, not really. Trying, but not going all that well. Compared to the enemy team, while Sovi is currently at max PopCap, ER is still having issues. I would say a lot of issues. Zentho has a decent army, and once again, more Stuka spam. And 6 is Stug army for life, because Stugs are apparently GG, even though they're not. Ooh, Sturmtiger going after this guy. But you know what? Firefly is like, no sir. Oh wait, no, Firefly didn't kill it. My guards did, huh? And there goes this 2-star Sturm. Very close to killing my brother's one, but unfortunately just not able to do it. King Tiger's moving up. He's blitzing. I'm assuming he's trying to rush up and kill the thing. Churchill, though, along with guards, should be more than able to hold that thing back. Oh, look. All the AT fire in the world? Yeah. Push that thing back. King Tiger on its trying to retreat, trying to escape. Trying to provide some, like, long-range sight. But unfortunately, with the Stuka, I'm like, GG, I'm out. And unfortunately, as you can see, I'm going to retreat. Now, my brother still has that Churchill. So he's going to try to pursue. This could be pretty good if the pursuit is, of course, there's no AT fire or anything in this area. And lo and behold, he doesn't have that. He is, again, fire, kind of his big mistake. I wish you could hold fire on armored vehicles because that would allow them to escape. Since he fired, it allowed the Firefly to see him and, well, target him. Now, the Stuka is trying to escape but kind of got stuck in the dead body of the... Yeah, I don't know how this happens, but he's stuck in the dead body of the tank. And my brother does a direct target to kill it. My brother's also moving up a quote-unquote Churchill to, take that stuff out. Sturmtiger, very lucky, hitting this vehicle, kind of hitting the wreckage, allowing my brother to escape. Churchill taking a lot of blows, but the Firefly is going to try to escape and run for its life. Calling a bombing strike, kind of a fail, honestly. Brother's Firefly is trying to retreat, but again, bombing strike, just a terrible location. Should have even called it in. Running up this hill. Marvel's like, no, run, low Firefly, run. Now, right, GTA is prepped. He has all the Su-85s in the world ready to open fire. And again, this is where my brother messed up. He fired, and he should have retreated. Now, if GTA were button, he could just hold them here and pretty much get another round of Su-85s to hit that Panther. But he didn't. Unfortunately, I don't think he was in range too, which kind of sad. Now, they are pushing over here, but yeah, luckily Jackson and stuff should be able to beat that. Oh, wait, they have a King Tiger here? Yeah, that kind of like one-shots everything. So, this is the one time I'll say Stug's pretty good. Pretty good. May have placed some more mines over here because I'm paranoid as... Well, I'm just paranoid, let's be honest. There's really no comparison. Luckily, again, bring over an MG, bring over stuff. And this is where they're like, okay, let's kind of focus on capturing this point. Because right now, whoever captures that point is getting really close to winning the game. A lot of artillery fire coming in, a lot of all sorts of stuff. Luckily, have my own AT gun along with more guards moving up, which should help. Unfortunately, the only tank we have is a Sherman, which, not that great. IS-152 coming back up. Oh wait, no, the other one died. Yeah, that kind of happened. Bounce off this front. Are you kidding me? Trying to move up this AT gun, try to get some nice shots. Not going all that well. Just not going all that well. AT gun still getting some nice pop shots on him. Again, 3 stars. So with the again, he can take a few more hits, but so lucky the Su-85s didn't murder that thing. Luckily, AT gun's still here along with all of our infantry, making sure they can't capture it. I'm like, Sturmtiger alert, Sturmtiger alert. And boom. There's a lot of the infantry. Guards, though, firing. Units pinned and destroyed. Now, again, the king's here, and he's like, I'm going to move up and be GG. Well, I have an AT gun here, idiot. Along with the IC-152, your thing is going to die. Katyusha fire coming in, kind of holding back the Sturms. I'm moving up my infantry to kind of combat that and fire. Kind of trying to hit the tank gun, the King Tiger, push that thing back. And now, as you can see, they're all kind of focusing on this sector, because again, why wouldn't they focus on this sector? They have the left one because, well, reasons. They could just send a tank over here. You know, you could send a tank and capture it. Whatever. Firefly kind of being stuck by all the Su-85s. Really hard to navigate until you get them higher ranked. Yeah, this is what I call it, like a death area. Because, again, they're just completely surrounded. Luckily, again, I'm trying to turn, help out my teammate, provide some AA fire, and 2 of the tank destroyers are... Nope, just 1. Luckily, again, firing long range, trying to push back their Panthers. Getting some nice hits. Unfortunately, well, Katyusha fire kills that one, but the King Tiger's like, hey, what's up, dude? And I'm like, oh, no. So I'm like, alright, let's move up my AT guns and fire at this thing, because, you know, why not? Well, unfortunately, like I said, sloped armor, and... Oof. Thing is just moving back. Now, you could be saying, oh, Greyshot, you know... Fire at that thing, bounce off, one shot. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm like, guys, a little bit of help. Oh my god, saves me. Luckily, the AT gun fire from the Su-85 and my AT gun managed to kill the thing. Double hit, very lucky. Very, very lucky. And like I said, they have all their armor over here, kind of defense. Very nice shot with the Sturm. Managed to kill a lot of units. Stug there on defense, not exactly sure why. And now they're calling in another smoke, and they're calling in... Oh, wait, no. We're calling in for Sturmtiger strike, which should help, you know, push them back. And if we could just do a little bit of damage, it could probably kill that thing. Just saying. Firefly getting some nice shots, but like I said, probably doesn't want to pursue all that much. Afraid of AT fire, but as you can see, the Axis on their last legs. They need to capture this point now, otherwise, well, they're not going to be doing so well. But that being said, comparatively, this guy still has a ton of resources. Sovi has been saving up, same thing like we have, like that's why we keep being able, and so does my brother and GTA, able to keep pumping out our units, because we've just been stockpiling and kind of keeping our stuff alive, which really, really helps compared to this guy who keeps losing. Look, think of how many almost Saddam this guy's gone through, probably a lot. This guy's healing up his stuff, 6 kind of as the Stug Army Grenadier tactic, which not sure why he did that. High-ranking player, so and this guy's just support gun spamming, because, you know, support gun spam. You need it. Move on my guards. Try to hold this territory. Again, the support guns are dealing their, you know, own bit of damage. King, though, moving up again, really good against killing infantry, so I have to be very careful. And Panthers moving up again. We can see a lot of armor moving up. And with all that fire, again, even though they're not natively good, just compound all their fire, and yes, they're still going to be pretty good against my forces. Now, unfortunately, you can see here, they're rushing, and we do have some stuff over here. I'm just like, oh no. Moving back my Su-52, and this is where, secretly, I went first, but the mine hits him, and kind of do a little bit of damage to both. So trying to back up. Balance, which I love. My tank guns here are just trying to hold back more armor from coming through. Firefly missing the rockets, barely hitting. Mine over here hits. He's going to move up, hits another mine. 3 Panthers, 3 mines. That's how you lay a trap, ladies and gentlemen. Put a mine here, here, and here, because that's all they can go. And now they're all trapped in a rock. And unfortunately for them, all their allied support is over here. And we were able to send enough infantry and support, thank you Su-85s from GTA, to really just push in and do quite a bit. Miss on the Sturm, really missed. Could have done a lot of damage, but luckily it just hit like 1 unit. This thing's kind of come in, trying to save them, kind of give them a Aurora bonus. He's trying, again, they're trying to turn around and move out of there. Luckily, Su-85s, right there, with the Command Panther gone, they don't get that bonus, and boom, there goes another guy. So he's like, oh no, run, run. And as you can see here, there is a, what is it, where is it, where is it? Thank you, mark target available on that unit. Well, until there isn't. Luckily, I have my guards troops firing at this thing, causing damage. He's hiding there, waiting for a time to retreat. King Tiger's like, don't worry, dude, I'll come in and save you. Also, smoke coming in, so now he's able to. Guard's still there, though. I'm still, recon. And my brother's Firefly's like, should I move in now? Or, yeah, let's move in and just fire at their backs. Because, again, they're going to make it so that way, like, heavier armor is really weak in the back. But, yeah, if you really want to penetrate, my god. And I love what my brother's doing. He's keeping it far enough back to where they either miss or it's really hard for them to hit. So, also, really surprised by someone calling a Sturmtiger strike over here. Unsure why they did. Whatever. Firefly, again, just doing some nice sniping, and as long as you keep firing at this, it, allows them to see it, and, well, Firefly, smash. Fortunately, as you can see, the Sturmtiger got actually a nice hit. Calliope kind of missing its target. SU-85 doing some nice shots. MG over here still kind of suppressing. Again, main objective, try to hold this point at all costs. Now, again, we do have some units over here, but I'm sending all mine over here because they still have more armor. They're trying everything they can. Right now, they're getting very close to defeat, so they need to capture this point. And again, with this constant smoke and low bay recon, yeah, they could help out. Kind of get a lot of their units to the front line very quickly. King Tiger now 3 stars, so again, nothing to sneeze at. 38 kills. They have another King Tiger. Didn't even knows that. Sturmtiger reloading. Now, they've also done here kind of just barely holding it up, but we are moving all sorts of units up, so that should help us out. Also, with my MG here, should suppress that unit and allow us to finally capture that unit. Or that point. Stug Army coming in, can be like, alright, GG, we got this. SU-85 just showing them who's boss. Along with my IC-152, kind of sniping them. And since they don't have the upgrade, they can't really see the long range, which, pretty good for us. Now, they are counterattacking, they are moving into mid and kind of holding that point. My brother, I don't think he can see because of smoke. Requires functioning gun. I think the smoke is like obstructing him. I'm assuming. I have no idea. Yeah, the smoke was obstructing him. Anyway, they're moving up a lot of armor. Sturmtiger moving up. Trying to get a nice hit. Right here. Boom. A decent hit. SU-85 currently firing. I'm keeping my units in there trying to hold. This is when they're moving up all their armor. And we're just trying to hold it, all possible. AT fire over here. Lots of AT fire still going. Jackson IC-152. You name it, we have it. 4-star King right now. We're like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's moving in, trying to get a final kill on this SU-85. Luckily, we were able to take it out. But look, Abandoned King. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Moving a lot of forces. Again, they're trying to capture it. But again, my guys with upgrade and 3-star, able to easily hold that point. What they really need to do, kind of focus over here. And you can say, oh, Greyshot, why do that? If they would have sent that Panther army around with a metal detector, again, just anticipating. And just kind of like circled around and hit my brother from behind, or come around all the way this way or something along those lines. Could have been very deadly. And, or just coming around here and doing a final bid. Because all our forces over here, and a lot of them are big, like, clunky units. Love how this thing's here. And again, unfortunately, Panzerfaust is going to ruin it. But we almost had a king, ladies and gentlemen. Almost had a king. But like I was saying, they could have, instead of, their straight on attack wasn't working, and I kind of anticipated their flank over here. So you really need to flank somewhere else. My brother is kind of doing a pretty good job defense in mid. So the only best chance they had is to do the staging point over here. Minesweeper come around, and like I said, take my brother's point out from an angle, from a better angle, and kind of focus their fire that way, so that way mid would then be secure, because they're, even with all 4 guys over here, they're not able to hold this point. They're just simply not. Now, as you can see here, we're just trying to move up forces to hold that point at all costs. He's moving up a support gun to hold that point. Luckily, I have an IC-152 there with explosive rounds, which, as soon as it gets sight, boom, takes out that unit. I love how this Sturmtiger, no idea what it's doing. Oh, that's great. Stug Army doing something, but, we're taking it out, and we move up enough forces to where there's no way they can capture it. We call in so much artillery right now, it's ridiculous, just to make sure that they could not come in. And they try to push up here. That's an LMG team, but we had units already here too, so we kind of held that back. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good game. It kind of shows how, even if you have a terrible start, a terrible, horrible start and you're pushed all the way back to your base, you can still have a comeback. And also just make sure that you're going different doctrines. For example, GTA went like Katusha and SU-85 along with having his own thing, which kind of was his like lots of guards. For me, I also had guards, but I also had the ISU-152 and completely different units. Don't use the same things. That kind of like bites you. I think 6, like his doctrine kind of initially kind of favored him with sneak attacks, but I don't know, it just didn't help him overall late game, and he just didn't have the munitions to call in those super close air support stuff. Yeah, I think he kind of wasted a few things, but whatever. Even though, I will say this, let me pull up his personal. Yeah, his Sturmtiger, I will say, I thought was really good. He did a really good Sturmtiger play, so I would give him credit on that. And his King Tiger was pretty good. ER, I think his King Tiger, really good. And in Solvi, I think his Panthers were on, 62,000 damage. His Panthers were top-notch. For myself, you can see here my SU-52 was really good at holding back the enemy. Tank Killer is Jackson. It kind of was more sporadic. My brother, again, I know what is that AV... No, Firefly, really? That AVR was second to none, though. My god, this thing This thing was like the MVP of mid for so long. Did not die. Pretty great. And GTA, I'm guessing the SU-85, yeah, nearly 51,000. He did lose a lot, but hey, he killed a lot of vehicles. Overall, this was a really good game for everybody. And we looked at most damage as well. GTA got most damage. Kills-wise, though, my brother, again, probably the AVRE. Even with Katyushas, though. And Katyushas beat by the AVRE. That takes skill. Also, probably Bofer added some things. Enemy team, Sovi, again, easily their best player. 274 and almost 100,000 damage. That is pretty epic. And these guys are all kind of like just doing their own thing. The King Tigers are pretty good, but again, I think 6 Doctrine just bit him, and that's why he just did worse, because he just couldn't deal the damage output. But in any case, that's game. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and leave that comment for the Q&A section after every single replay. God damn, I'm going to hate myself after this, but whatever. Anyway, tune in for the Q&A. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and as I stated, let's go through your Q&A sections for the end of the video. Last time, Ragnar Lothrock put in 2050, look at that guided shell, followed by a guided grenade. Let's see what he said by that. 2050.
Hit it like effectiveness?
Yep, probably shouldn't mute that. Guided shell, and I'm guessing that guided grenade, correct? Yep, there it goes. Yep, that was a pretty good moment. Thank you, Ragnar. Heinz, LOL, first of all, great game. Although to be fair, the other side did not play very well, as you have mentioned. Yeah. Let's see. Then about the rockets, only my opinion, but there seems to be a problem with the rockets. The spread and range are quite terrible. With the Axis rockets, like the Panzerwerfer, you have to be half of its range. That is very true. The Panzerwerfer is only good, in my opinion, like halfway. With the Katyusha, you could fire pretty far and actually still get some good hits. But that being said, it's more powerful. While historical actually seems to be not a feature of this game, I would expect 150mm rockets to do more damage per shot compared to 110mm rockets on the Calliope. Doesn't seem too obvious if that is the case. Yeah, I would honestly think so, but you know, they have to do balancing. Also, King Tiger double bounce on a Comet, 32 74mm armor, blocks 88mm AP from lob. British tank's definitely not OP, just me though. Okay. Alright, I can understand and Heinz make a very good argument. Buoy, actually, Axis have anti-blob weapons in their buildings. US and UK only have the Calliope and Mattress, if those are commanders, LOL. And the Volk may have... That's very true. That's actually a great rebut, is the fact that the Americans do not have that, and it's something I usually complain about. Even the British, well, don't get me wrong, they have some things, like their artillery. They don't really have a lot of anti-blob stuff. Unless it's in Doctrine. So that's a very good point. Without them, they would need it. Maybe they have something that, you know, like, maybe decrease it, but allow it put in every single building as, like, a last-ditch thing. Alright, hey, I bought COH2 some months ago, but didn't buy. Okay, is worth buying. I would say yes and no. It depends. The OKW is more of a very buildy type, very powerful faction, very expensive, but very good. British is very artillery / like, fortification-focused Doctrine. But they can also great at pounding fortifications. But they have the least amount of men, which is a big issue with them. The Americans are a good overall hit and run Doctrine, but don't expect them to be like a good fortifier. So again, I could say you could probably buy them all for like under like 10 bucks right now for like when a sale goes on Steam. Let's see, 80 only if you find the standard faction bores you or you want something different. Yeah, if you like personally, I've been playing a lot more of the Soviet factions, so it just depends on what you want. What is the meaning of life in the universe and everything? Pi. Now moving on. One day the universe will collide in a tiny stretch. A tiny rifleman squad will toss a nuke pineapple there, and the universe. Great. Greyshot was saying if you replays in the past, only one got featured. When it does not get featured, can you send me feedback why you do not? Okay, very simple. I do not. I get a ton of replays. I can't go over all of them. It's simply not possible. So I'm very sorry. But it's just sometimes I just can't go over it. So and I don't like using the same replay over and over and over again because people complain like, why isn't my replay being done? So I try to do a replay and then go on and try to get as many. That being said, yes, sometimes I do incorporate mine or do a live replay, but I'm trying to make sure that I only do one of mine a week max, and then I try to incorporate 2 or 3 other random individuals. So again, I try, but I definitely know that, again, I can't get everyone, so I apologize about that. And I don't want to be known as the COH2 channel where I only do Company of Heroes 2. I'd like to do other stuff, so that's why. Or let's see. Or they increase the blast rate of Stuka. Oh, fuck no. Do not increase the blast rate of Stuka. We do not need that. The Stuka. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. No, I'm just gonna. No, the Stuka doesn't need more powerful. Hey, I'm struggling to get the modern RTS stage, which is awesome, so I'm playing this. I'm struggling to attack and respond to attacks, try to figure out what so. I'm okay at the beginning, then everyone seems to go from 0 to 90 real quick. Teammates just give up. I would say just keep going. You have to really focus on like little stuff, like what is really good AT, what's not, how do you get around it. Like you would normally think an AT gun would easily kill Luke's, but if the person's a really good driver, they can counter it easily. Or the Kubel might seem useless, but then of course Kubel spam seems to be very powerful. You have to learn each of these little tactics, and some of that involves losing. I'll be honest, RTS games are really tough, and that learning curve is higher than a lot, which is why I don't necessarily jump into a lot of RTS as much as I should for my channel. I'm trying to look into a few others, but the more I've tried, like I tried the Wargaming franchise, I'm like, no, this is not fun. This is interesting. I like the 10v10 battles, but this is not fun. That's my problem. It's not fun. Yes, Lane Match is too OP, and 2 of them can wipe a whole army without sweat, and that's why it's getting nerfed. Well, we'll see. I don't think it's going to be nerfed. And lastly, Anonymous Titan. 117, what did you study in college? I studied criminal justice with a minor in civic community engagement. I would say if you go into college, make sure it's something that you both like and you know will do well. Like, I'm not saying go into college with an art, with, not an art, that you can actually use that for, like, gaming. What's great? Oh, history. Here, my brother has a history degree, but what do you use for that other than teaching for history? There's not many jobs, so his main job is accounting, but if you ever wanted to go something business related, he has that as well. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all of the questions for this time. Thank you guys for tuning in for this Q&A, and tune back next time when I go over the next video's Q&A section. I can keep posting your comments and I will look over it. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed this special comment, and I'll see you next time.